Welcome back to another episode of the Miracle Marketing Podcast, where we bring you interviews from business owners, celebrity guests, and hot topics. I am your host, Brandon Adams, and today my co-host, Mr. Big Perion, super producer, is not going to be able to be on today. Shout out to Big Perion. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, and if you would like to be a guest on the show, send us an email to amiraclepodcast@gmail.com. On today's show, we have a special guest. He is a motivational speaker and he motivates the youth. And without further ado, we'd like to bring on to the show Mr. Lemar Wilson. Mr. Lemar Wilson, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm good. Thank you for having me. I appreciate this opportunity. Thank you.
No problem. So you're a motivational speaker and you motivate our youth and encourage the youth. So tell us a little bit about your story, how you got started, and what you got going on.
I'm originally from Queens, New York, Astoria. One single parent. My mom, my dad wasn't in the picture. 3 brothers, 3 sisters. My mom, being around the projects, now they call housing. Just being around this area of just seeing drug dealers, seeing crackheads, seeing, people going to jobs and seeing you're not in an area where a lot of things are going on that looks positive. And just growing up in that environment, I seen at a young age, just drug dealers where flashy cars, clothes, jewelry, and their lifestyle, and they inspired you to, all right, how did they get that? What are they doing? Because I always say that I was born in the drug area, but I wasn't raised in the drug area. I was born in the 80s. Drugs just hit the 80s. So my brothers, they were outside. My mom kept me close, kept me in the house. I was too young to go outside, so I didn't really know what was going on. So when I did go outside and I did, play, I would see this lifestyle. I'm with my mom and I would see the drug dealers. I would see this stuff. And again, you get temptations, you get these temptations that you're interested, you want to do this. So what I used to do I would sit in the lobby and sit and talk to the drug dealers and hear their conversations. And I would steal my mom's mailbox key so they could put their drugs in the mailbox for $5. And as I got older, again, the temptations are still there, but I haven't taken that first step because I've seen drug dealer today, gone tomorrow. Somebody here today lost their life tomorrow. I've seen this stuff. So I knew, but again, I want the Jordans. I want the nice clothes. I see the girls around. I see this. So as I got more into hanging out on the streets, got more into, being around the cool people. I'm trying to get myself I want to do it, but I know the repercussions. And I had to really fight myself not to do it. My mom, she felt like I'm gonna hold my youngest son close as much as possible because I know what's going on outside this household. I know what my other sons are doing. I know what the friends they hang out with. I don't want my son around here. And I understood that. I'm not dumb. I knew it. Junior high school come. Again, now I'm able to go outside. Now we're talking the 90s. So now I'm old enough to go outside and see this stuff. I know the rights and wrong. High school come. My boy gives me a couple bags to sell. Turn around. Now I'm like, oh, I'm buying Jordans now. I'm buying clothes. Oh, I'm doing this. I get locked up. I get locked up the day of my birthday. That same day, my sister was supposed to take me to the movies. And I'm more excited about the movies than my birthday because my sister and I, we have a great relationship. So she's like, hey, I'm gonna get out of work. And I'm counting the time down to she get out of work. And I'm telling you, it was 2 hours before she's about to get out of work. Cops come, I get locked up. And I could hear my mom when I called her. I could hear my mom crying. I could hear her crying. And she's like, I did everything to prevent this.
Mhm.
I did everything to prevent this. And it still happened.
Mhm.
And I promise you, that's when I changed my life. That's when I told myself I would never want to see my mom cry. I would never want to have that type of phone call again with my mom. And I'm not going to sit here and say that that's how I became a pastor. No, I know when I came home that night, I took the little that I had. Wasn't no big time drug dealer. The little I had, I threw it away. I didn't give it to nobody. I didn't want to put that on somebody else. Threw it away. I remember having a conversation with my mom. My mom said, I want you to go to school.
Mhm.
I want you to go to college, get yourself a good job, make good money, get out this projects. This ain't nothing. There's nothing here for you. There's nothing here for you. What are you going to do? When I die, you're going to take this apartment? You think I really want to pass this down to you so you can pass this down to your kids? And right there, I didn't finish. I left high school. I only needed 4 credits. I only needed 4 credits to finish high school. But because I was a knucklehead and I wanted to be the class clown and I wanted to hang out with the girls and I wanted to go sit in front of the pizza shop and cut in school. And then again, my mom had to go to school and she had to beg the guidance counselor to let him stay. And still, my mom having that conversation on the corner. I left work to go beg for something you are doing. And I'm like, okay. Again, she's knocking in my head because my father chose drugs over his kids. My father overdosed because he just couldn't stop it. So I never grew up with a father. So my mom was playing both roles. And with 6 other kids, 1 paycheck, 7 kids.
Mhm.
So I know I'm messing up, but I want to have fun. I want to be the cool guy. I want to be the person that got the latest Jordans. I'm running to my mom to say, oh, Ma, I need $150 for the new Jordans. I just bought you a pair of Jordans. So again, now I'm thinking I should just go back to what I was doing. I just got to be more smart. I left high school. My mom said, you either going to get a job or you're going to go to school. And I tell you this, I went to go get a job because I was like, I don't want to do school. School is just not for me. I don't want to do school. It's just boring. I applied for Burger King and JetBlue, 2 jobs. Burger King, JetBlue. I got the job at JetBlue. The lady said, yes, we want to hire you. I need your high school diploma or your GED. Because I lied on my resume. I told them, yeah, I got my high school diploma. All right, I need you to come here, sign some papers, and bring, I'm going to have to make a copy of your high school diploma. Hold up. Hold up. Now my lie done caught up to me. Ma'am, I'm sorry. I don't have my GED. I don't have my high school diploma. But you just told me you did. I said, yeah. She's like, see, if you were a little older, I would have never questioned you. But because of your age, I have to question you. And she's like, I'm sorry, we can't move forward. That same day, 10 minutes later, I get a call from a lady. Hello, my name is so-and-so. I want you to meet me at this address at this time. Do not be late. You need to be 10 minutes early. Have a nice day. Click. Now, I wrote it down. In my mind, I could have just brushed it off. I could have just went about my day. I could have did anything. Something told me, go there tomorrow. I got there half an hour early. Again, I have no clue what it was. I was thinking it was a job. The same lady at JetBlue that passed on me and said, I can't hire you, her sister was a director for a school that helps people get their GED while getting their associates. I ended up being a C and D high school kid to leaving my friends, going into a school that I don't know a soul. And I left with my GED and my associates in paralegal in a year and a half.
Wow.
In that process, I realized I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I don't got discipline. I choose to make mistakes. I choose to put myself in these positions. So I turned around. I didn't stop there. I went and got my bachelor's in business management, then communication. And I realized I'm not dumb. Like I went further than my brothers. I got my GED. I got my associates. I got my bachelor's. I put myself in college. I put myself in positions where I'm around more positive people. I saw the outlook. I saw the vision outside the projects. I didn't let myself mentally stay where I know a lot of my friends are to this day. And I realized being married, having kids, going through these traumas, I realized the number one thing, the reason why I am successful where I'm at right now is because school. And I know all the temptations. I know the reasons why kids don't want to, it's not cool. So when I did get to the point where, all right, I'm at a point where now I can make a difference. I want to be that person, that voice that speaks to the Lemar in the schools. I want to be the reason why that kid that feels like I'm gonna just drop out, I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna put my all, I just wanna do this. I promise you, I go into schools and I talk to kids. I give them a program that I created. It's called PST, Problems, Solutions, Targets. Because that was my thing. My problem was I want to be around the girls. My problem was I want to go hang out. My problem is my mom's at work. I'm gonna cut school and go chill there. And I'm gonna make sure before the mailman, when the mailman delivers the mail, I'm taking the card. When they used to tell the kids, oh, your son wasn't in school, I'm taking a card. My mom has no clue. She know in her mind, I did a full day of school. No, and I only went there for homeroom and I left. I figured it out. Oh, they take attendance third period? All I gotta do is stay the third period and I'm gone. And so I go and I speak to students and I talk to them and I want to identify the problem. It's the problem in school. It's the problem at home. It's the problem with you. Where's the problem? And then I don't just take that problem. Where did the problem start? Like a tree doesn't just get put on grass and say, grow. There's roots. There's roots to it. You don't go to school because why? My father, he's a high school dropout. My mom's a high school dropout. Their parents are high school dropout. So I'm gonna be a high school dropout. Break the generational curse. Why do you have to be dumb? Why do you have to be dumb? Then the solution, what can get you to school? Okay, I want the teachers to, I feel like this teacher's targeting me. Okay, let's get in front of the teacher. Let's have this conversation where a teacher felt like you interrupt the class. You want to teach the class. And I recently just had a student where he didn't tell me, he told me side A, he didn't tell me side B. They never tell you side B.
Right.
And that was okay. And they were able to shake hands. Now he has a different outlook. She told him, I don't hate you. Brandon, I don't hate you. I come here to teach you, to get the information so you can be prepared to go out there. And then the target, what do you want to be? Where do you want your grades to be? Where do you want your character to be when you leave the school, when you leave for college? Where do you want to be? What's the target? And be honest with the target. So I go in there and I'm so passionate about it because this is where we start making our own decisions when we get to high school. Hey, I'm a grown man. Come on, treat me like an adult.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a man in a boy's body, and that's how we have to change it. I truly believe God gave me a gift to pour into the youth because I made some mistakes. And I don't want my own kids to make mistakes, and I don't want kids that I can visually see making those mistakes.
So let me ask you a question, Lemar. When you go do these speakings, are you doing them nationwide, or is it just in your particular region? How would people and how would our guests, like if any of our guests are having a problem with their, like a situation that you just said, and someone's having a problem, like they may know an individual who's very smart, very talented, but just need a little bit of guidance. Is that something that you go to different schools? Can someone reach out to you personally? Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I encourage all students, teachers, guidance counselors, principals, assistant principals, coaches to email me, booklemarwilson@gmail.com. I am truly arm distance to helping people go to the next level, figuring out the problem, dissecting the problem. I don't want to just know the problem. I want to know where it stems from. That's where I find where students are not vulnerable because they don't want to be soft. They don't want to look like a punk. They don't want their story told. Well, they're going to talk about me. No. This conversation doesn't leave here. Right. I need you at your vulnerable.
Real quick, but do you do this nationwide, or is it just regional?
No, nationwide. Nationwide. This is nationwide. This is me talking to every student, reaching out to every student, letting them know I will always respond back. I make it my mission to respond back to you within 24 hours.
Okay. And do you go teach them personally? Do you have any virtual sessions?
Right. Yeah. So it's either face-to-face or it's virtual that I'll set up a Zoom call. And I always want them to be in a space where they feel safe.
Okay.
Whether having in the closet. And and here's the crazy, I'll ask them, where are you going to be having this video at? I'm going to be in my bathroom because, it's noisy. Okay, then I'm going to go in the bathroom too. I'm with you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Have you done any, let me change my question. I had a question, I'm gonna change it. What has been your most challenging? Have you had a difficult session and then was able to turn that around? Tell us about that. Where the student may not have been feeling you, but then you were able to change that?
I had a group of kids that school system was maybe one grade away from getting rid of them. They put them in a program in a trailer behind the school. And walking in there, they already see me. You're not here for me. You don't know my lifestyle. You don't know what I've been through. Until I tell my testimony and how vulnerable I am. And I have kids where the mom is on drugs and they rather live with the grandma, or their dad is beating them and they rather sleep in the street. And those challenges where they don't want to hear from me. They don't want to hear from the teacher. So you bringing somebody else in, to them, it's like, you just making the matters worse. We don't want to be here. But actually sitting with them. And what I do is I want a circle. I create a circle in the classroom for them to feel that we all go through things. And I know I only have a short period of time to get their attention.
Mhm.
So when I go in there, I know I have 45 minutes, break down to 10, because I need to make sure that they get ready for their next class. So I know when I go in there, I'm going in there to make sure that it's impactful, that I'm not just coming here just so I can have a conversation with you and you never hear from me. I'm giving them, here's my information. You ever need to talk, you ever need to text me, you ever need to call me, reach out. Use this information. I can't promise you that I'm always going to be here every day to guide you, but I am here when you need me.
That's great. It sounds like you would be a great candidate. We had recently Chris Broussard on the show, and he was talking about his event that's going to be in Cleveland called King Movement. I don't know if you're familiar with King Movement, and they have different panelists. They have men of faith-based like yourself. That will be something good to, see about being a part of. I have Chris's one of the guys that take care of getting people to be a part of King Movement. I'll send that information to you because I think that would be great for you to be a part of and get the word out and, tell people your story. We're running short of time, so I do want you to tell people where they can find you, how they can follow you, and, any of your upcoming sessions, so that way our viewers can be at it.
Yeah, you can find me on all social media outlets. I am Lemar Wilson. If you need to reach out to me for advice, sessions, email me at booklamarwilson@gmail.com. And I just want to leave someone right now that's understanding this conversation, that they feel like, yes, I'm speaking to you. You matter. Don't ever think you wake up and you don't matter. You matter. You add value. You are needed in a place where you feel like I'm being tolerated and not congratulated. You're wrong. You matter.
Right. Well, thank you, Lemar, for being on the show. I will get that information over to you. Do you have any upcoming speaking events where people go ahead and
Yes.
plug that?
Yes, I'm speaking at a couple high schools right now, where I'm going to be teaching this program for their third quarter semester. And then also I am working on my second children's book. So I'm looking forward to that. But yes, got some things for 2024.
All right. Well, thank you. We have on the show Lemar Wilson. Thank you for being a guest on the show, and hope you have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
No problem.